here today to show you how to easily perform preventative maintenance on your Studio X bed. First of all, the things you're going to need today. You're going to need a cloth, which is slightly damp. It's going to help with removing some dust later. A microfiber cloth, a toolkit. Now you would have had your toolkit come with your bed. And in the toolkit, there's an Allen key, which is universal with all of our nuts, and also a spanner. In here, we've just got a detergent mix with some water, which is perfect for cleaning and maintaining your bed, in particular the upholstery. Now, where we're going to start, we're just going to do a spot check of the bed, making sure nothing is loose. Our wheels are spinning just in case we do need to use those wheels. Everything's nice and tight in there, which is good. Knobs are there. Just checking all of the frame. There's no sign of wear and tear, which this one's in really good condition, as I would expect yours is too. Frames are amazing on these beds. All right, from there, we're going to grab our Allen key. I'm going to go straight into showing you how to maintain your footbar in the perfect position. All right, first of all, I'm going to check every single position of the footbar and just see if there is any issues trying to get into each of those positions. Now this one's performing really smoothly. However, I do like to double check the 3 bolts. So there's 3 bolts on every footbar. And we want to make sure these are all nice and tight, but not too tight that you're threading the bolt. Now what I can see on this one is, see how this spring's just slightly moved? Okay, this should be nice and straight. When it's in this position, it's under tension. Okay, so what I recommend is you slightly loosen off the bolt, hold it there in position, and then just retighten the bolt. And there you can see the spring's nice and tight and it's no longer under tension. Okay, that will prolong its life and make sure you get the smoothest possible position on the footbar every time. See that? I'm just going to repeat the process on the other side, just checking to make sure those 3 bolts are nice and tight and in position. We see that spring's nice and straight as well. Excellent. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to check over our ropes. So with the ropes, really it's just a visual test, just looking, making sure there's nothing showing signs of wear and tear. Of course, our ropes do have to go through the pulleys. So we're going to use the pulleys at this stage and just make sure there's no noise and identifying, making sure these pulleys are working nice and smoothly. Okay, you can see that's quite smooth and the ropes are looking really healthy there as a result. Awesome. Shoulder pads are here. Just going to check our headrest, that it's adjusting into those 3 positions, which it is. Shoulder pads, just get rid of them across, making sure, just having a look underneath, no sign of wear and tear with the upholstery. Everything's in really good condition. Now the next step is to making sure we're checking all of our springs. We've got our 5 springs here. So just start 1 spring at a time, get yourself into position. At the same time, I'm trying to listen out for anything happening under the carriage. Is there any wheels that are slightly squeaking? Does the carriage feel smooth? It's performing, it should be going straight up and back. Okay, everything feels nice and smooth. And that red spring feels good. Now, you're gonna have a little bit more time than me, so I want you to do that on each of the springs. So take the red spring off, and then maybe go with the other red spring, and then work your way through all of those springs. While I'm in this position, just want to check these are all tight as well, and there's been no movement over time. So your bears are going to be getting a lot of use. Okay, did notice this one just slightly, it is slightly loose, so we're going to get our spanner and tighten that up. Okay, so we want that nice and tight, and then it's ready to go again. Great. All right, so at this point, we're moving our springs out of the way. One of the most important things with your bed is that you maintain the dust. Okay, that's the one thing that can get into the wheels, into those ball bearings, make them a little bit squeaky over time, but only seeing it on a handful of beds because most of our clients do maintain their beds extremely well. But in the event, especially if you've got your bed in a garage or if it is a dusty facility, it is going to be even more important that you maintain that dust, okay? So we give that a really nice clean under the rail. Using our wet cloth first, best way to get the dust to stick. And then for double assurance, we're going to use that microfiber cloth. Dry that off. So it dries it, but it also grabs a little bit of extra dust. Okay, and we perform that, we move the carriage forward, and then you're going to repeat the same process. So wet cloth first, all the way up to the back, all the way down. It's one of those spots of the bed that you probably don't think too much about. It's going to be the most important part to maintain that dust. All right, the carriage is all moving really well. Happy with that. All your stoppers are there, so you got your 2 stoppers. Check that off. Put a spring back on. And I'm really happy with that. However, one thing we always like to do to finish all of our preventative maintenance is give the bed a thorough clean. So that's where your detergent's going to come into it. Your microfiber cloth, give it a good spray, and then wipe over all your upholstery, all the areas of the bed, making sure we're once again removing that dust, and everything is looking good and your bed's ready to go. Enjoy.